Hello? Is this thing on? All right. Well, back with another edition of the Sunday stream. Definitely a little bit later start today because I was busy watching a Counter-Strike final. A very, very good match between phase and complexity. Not have the fortitude to stay up till 4 in the morning last night to watch it since they are in Australia. So, got the highlights today. Decided to take a couple extra minutes and relax this morning. We don't have too much to do today. We're going to basically poke around at this PCE GT just a little bit more. I want to get some readings. I did find a replacement potentiometer, thanks to Luke at Retro 6 for measuring his for me and letting me know that it is a 4.7K pot. So I might actually steal one today from the other one I have that is completely broken and not functional. And then I could just replace that one with the new one if I ever do get that running. So we might end up doing that today just to see if that fixes the problem. I did want to examine the contrast wheel. There's some measurements I can take. It is potentially possible that the contrast wheel is dead itself. And I'm seeing some slight damage around it. But don't really know. It looked okay. We'll look at it under the microscope. But anyway, like I said, I did just want to get some readings on the wheel itself because there are expected resistances. I mean, if anything, I'm going to blame that VR500, and we'll pull some power into the board as well, and I can measure the negative 24 volt line and see if that might be showing me some issues or not. Other than that, I don't really know, without really super digging into the board, what else could be the issue besides maybe some transistors on the other side of this section right here that I know are responsible for delivering power to the rest of the circuit, which is here. Of course, I could do some measuring on the connector pins on the other side of the board, which would be right here, and just check the contrast. You know, the sad thing, I mean, I do see some corrosion on these pins right here, but that's the T900 transformer, and there is some extra work around the board there, so I mean, it could possibly be a faulty T900, but I don't think the backlight would work if that was the case, and I definitely have a backlight as far as I could tell. So yeah, we're just gonna take some measurements to start and see what we can see, and then maybe just go ahead and just replace that potentiometer just for the hell of it, and go from there, and just monkey around a little bit with this board, maybe do some cleanup on those areas around T900. 2 of those spots are definitely just ground, but 2 of those pins look pretty gross. Could also touch up the solder blob for the backlight, but everything else is looking pretty normal. So let's just get this under the microscope real quick, and then we'll take a look. I've got the wiki pulled up right now, so we could take a look at what I should be expecting. It says, so I should be getting from 0 to 4.7K between pin 1 and pin 2, and I should be getting the same value between 2 and 3, and then 0 is not connected. So let's just go ahead and pop her under the microscope here. See what we got. So we can see this is the contrast wheel. Now you can see in that top right corners and the solder joints specifically don't look very good. That looks pretty crusty, but I don't think that would really be the issue here. It could be wrong. Problem is that now I gotta figure out. So let's just see. So I got this all the way. So if the board is like this all the way to the top, should be max contrast. So I think I would be expecting to see about 4.7K here. So like the resistance between 2 and 1 is 28 ohms right now. And then if I turn this down, what do I get? All the way. And now I'm at 5.3K. So I would imagine that this is fine. Yeah, I mean that's 5.3K, and then if I go to like I don't know, the middle maybe. Yeah. Now the contrast wheel's fine. That's kind of what I figured. And then down here you can see this horribly mangled potentiometer, which I really think is causing the issue. And thankfully, I do have some spares right now that I could pull from. But first things first, let's go ahead and let's see what kind of voltage we're getting. And just take a quick reading. So I'm going to plug in DC power. Now the shitty thing about this DC power is it's a little unreliable. So I might have to plug some headphones in here. But what we're going to do quickly, ground and this should tell me everything. Yeah, see, I'm getting negative 12 right now. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. And I just don't think I can turn this, so we could try. We're gonna give it a good old college try, but this thing is you could see how it doesn't even want to turn. Like okay, couple of twists, and I'm gonna power it back on and then do another reading. Let's see what we get. Do we get an increase or a decrease? Still negative 12. So yeah, that's obviously not doing anything. Keep trying maybe, but I think this thing is just toast. Because I think however this works normally is not hooked up. So let's try with maybe a smaller. Fill a JIS real quick and see if. See, I can't even get in there. And if I switch to like even smaller, nah, I just completely ruined this. This thing is just toast. Yeah, so I think maybe we'll just go ahead and replace it. Well, just for grins, we'll see if maybe we get a slight change there, but I doubt it. But I think we're gonna just go ahead and same voltage. So that's just negative 12.8 volts. I mean, that's where we're at on this. Yeah, it is. It is no longer functioning. I think whatever happened here is just bad news. But I'm getting negative 12 volts now. Could, theoretically, be this transformer. And the reason I say that, I don't think it would be, but if you take a look at here, you can see there's some slight signs of rework, but this right here is looking pretty shitty. So maybe I clean that up. Maybe I just clean that up some. Get some fresh solder going in there. Because that is, it's pretty junky looking. I gotta say, but I can't tell. Is that a flux? Is it? It's scraping off pretty good. I could just flow some new flux in there. Or we could, let's just give this a quick little scrub, and then maybe we'll throw some fresh solder in there. I honestly just want to 100% just blame the variable resistor that we've got to replace. It's really the only thing left that kind of makes sense to me, because this is gross, but from the looks of things, it's either just old flux or light surface corrosion. The solder is looking decent underneath it. Not the greatest, but I gotta get new alcohol too, huh? Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's looking pretty gross actually, never mind. So, just go ahead and dry this off real fast. I don't get any nice sizzles. Alright. So let's just go ahead and kind of remove some of this old solder as best we can here. And do I have a tiny tip on? I do. Let's pull this off real quick before we get started. Go back to my chisel. We're going to be very gentle this time. We're not going to actually try to remove the transformer, so hopefully we'll leave these vias pretty unmolested. I just kind of want to suck up any of the surface solder, and then we'll just put in some fresh leaded. And then we should be good to go. I'm going to use a thinner gauge on this one just because it's a little bit tighter in here. Just make sure that it wasn't in error mode. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's smelling pretty dead fishy. This is definitely not wanting to wick right here. Okay, let's move this board around some. It's a little easier for me to get to the bottom pin from this angle. So I'm guessing that this is a little corroded. So this is just the ground shield that I'm hitting up right now, though. So this isn't really anything even important. But there, now we can see that's kind of removed, and then we'll grab just this guy right here. Just suck up what we can suck up. Let's clean and try again. I think it is pretty kind of corroded, or there's at least some corrosion kind of garbage down here. Yeah. So let us, maybe we'll just, so we got all that solder out, but you can see the other 3 holes are still pretty gross, but I don't know. You will add pull and then add again to see if maybe we can yeah, see, that's looking much healthier. So I'm gonna add that in there, and we'll throw some additional flux down. I don't even need to squeeze any out. I've got some right on my tip. Just, oh, come on. There we go. All right, good enough. Then we'll try just to grab these again. I think we're going to be good, though, after this. Honestly. So we'll just refill all these. I really 100% have zero faith that this is my actual issue. I actually can't even see what I'm doing now. Looks like things got a little too hot, but all right. Looks good though. A little bit of much left over, but that looks fine. Can't really complain. But again, I don't think that has anything to do with anything. Okay, so let's see here now. Yeah, I mean, some of the components in this area are not looking too good. Q900 and Q901 have seen some better days, and same with D503. Actually, then I'm looking at these. Kind of makes me want to pull these as well. I don't know. It's looking a little worse than I had originally thought. I don't think these were looking all that bad, but we could just touch them up, I suppose. I could pull them. Could pull them. Same thing with these down here. Is it just old leaded solder? I mean, it's not unleaded solder, I should say. I don't really see anything kind of scraping up, to be quite honest, so not really sure. Not really sure. They look fine to me. Like, D501 looks fine. Yeah, I don't really know. We'll go run a quick check here. Back down to this guy. Like I said, this is most likely not gonna produce a different result. I'm under no delusion that what I did was anything worth it. Sometimes you do get lucky. Okay, so I'm got power there. Now, what do I show right here? Yeah, negative 12. It's no different. I don't really know the values offhand. I could just do a quick little. So we got TP500, 15 volts, negative 1 volt going in there, negative 8 volts, negative 8 volts, negative 6 volts, nothing, and nothing. Well, I'm ZD500, if that's what that is, that could be an issue. What's this giving me? Negative 0.7 volts. Now the other negative 6 volts on that now. Turn it off real quick. Nothing. Turn it on real quick. I should be getting the 5 volts on the regulator, right? Yeah, I do. So we are definitely switched on. So I get negative 15 there. Now, and I get, well, 6 volts there. Okay, now what about 12 volts? Yeah, that's the, right here. That is 100% the generation for the negative sign, or negative line. So I'm showing 12 volts here. So this guy's giving me negative 12. I mean, it could possibly be bad. I'm guessing that's supposed to be the ZD500, which would say it's a Zener diode. And then up here is the backlight circuit, and be expecting around 35 volts on this guy. Negative 6 volts. Okay, that's a little weird. Or 6 volts. Yeah, it's turned on. Only getting 6 volts though. Turn that all the way up. What do I get? 6 volts. 6 volts. 6 volts. 6 volts. Okay. Are we still turned on? We are. I wonder if it needs the backlight hooked into it to generate the 35, but that doesn't seem right. Why am I getting just 6 volts up here? It doesn't seem right, you know? That's weird. Okay. That's kind of weird, man. Yeah, I mean, I could have a dead transformer, I suppose, but maybe it isn't that variable resistor. Well, very well. I mean, I do kind of smell some fluid underneath the transformer shield. Very well could be an issue there, but I don't think it would be. From what I understand, they don't really die that often. thinking. I think it was. One of these is supposed to have a connection to the. Is it L500? Alright, so that's connected. Let's do some measurements here. Just go check some quick resistance measurements. Kilos. So that's ground. Kilo ohms. Mega ohm, which is dropping into kilos. Mega into kilos. And then last but not least, we got these two guys right here. There's a third underneath this, I think. That's kilo. Mega. And then we shouldn't have, from what I understand, I don't think we should have connection. So these are probably okay to be connected, but across the way, we shouldn't have anything. And we don't. Pretty sure the transformer is fine. Oh, those two are connected. That doesn't seem right. Huh. Unless they're supposed to be. Well, I do have a known working one I could pull apart. I think my other one is just. Let's see here. Grab my turbo. Let's take a quick look at my turbo, which I really won't be able to see. Okay, so I'll just take a quick look at. So we were saying that. So these two pins right here. So this guy right here and this guy. Yeah, we're fine. But nothing else. Look at that. That resistor is gone. Neat. Wondering if that's the case on this board up here. Alright, well, so quick test shows me that those pins are okay to be shorted. So chasing my tail on that one. Yeah. And this is my other one. And unfortunately, this one is missing the that would be right here. We've got pin 5. So this is what we were testing before. I just want to see if they're maybe just even connected, which I doubt they are. Yeah, blew off that resistor at some point on the turbo board, and it's kind of neat. This one is definitely rife for screen replacement. Without the transformer, I don't think I can check the negative line on this one. We could try though. So this is the one I was planning on stealing that variable resistor for. Oh, look at that. See, it says right there 473, which would be 47 plus 3. 47,000 or 4.7K. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So we could just try this. I don't think it's gonna matter, but because unfortunately I don't have put you back into voltage mode here and take a look at this guy and just see what we're getting. Now, I unfortunately lost my easy grounds because yeah, as expected, I'm getting literally nothing. So I'm just pretty sure I had that turned on. Could always flip and just check this real quick. Okay, so I'm on now for sure. Yeah, it's giving me readings in the millivolts here. So this is probably the better. I know that for sure is going to be your ground. Yeah, that's just because the transformer on this one is missing. So, yeah. Okay. Well, I guess what I'm going to do is I'll pull the variable resistor here. Guessing I'm going to have to do this from underneath. Very cool. It's kind of an awkward thing to grab onto right now because okay, well, that didn't work. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put this into a board holder because I literally can't do this any other way. I need to have this in a holder. Problem is, I don't know how I can make this work. Because the stupid effing... Alright, this is probably how I'm going to have to do it. So the way this board is designed with the hue card hanging off like a tumor makes it pretty hard to get this into a board holder. But we could make it work. Alright. So that should be a little bit more stable now. And, okay. Perfect. Resistor removed. Hopefully I didn't damage any connectors or anything on the other side. I sure did not. Okay, that's a good sign. So I guess we'll do the same thing for the other one. I think pull the game out of the slot though. Just for now. I think that's... I did it? No. How did I do this? Dude, I'd actually just found a really decent way to grab this and well, I feel stupid now. I actually figured this out, and now it's like, oh yeah, no, that's not going to work on this one for some reason. Okay, come on. Sorry, I know this is probably pretty boring since y'all can't really see anything. Oh wait, that's what I need. So if I do it like, is it like this, or is it like this? Just so you can watch me, I'll fumble, I guess, and we'll get the camera back in a second here. Alrighty. I'm just an idiot. What did I do? That'll work. That won't work. I thought it was this. That's what I did, but... Definitely not it. But that's what I need to... Okay. Okay. There we go. That has to have been it. Perfect. Back to this guy. I think I just needed to go out a little bit more. And then I don't like that crackling sound, god damn it. Son of a bitch. What do I do? I popcorn the shit out of this board or something? It looks okay. Maybe a little popcorned. Hopefully I didn't do anything too bad to it. Okay, well, we got the resistor off. Which is good. Now, we are going to definitely put some fresh solder on that pad. So just go ahead here and add a little bit of flux. And then dab on some solder. Probably a little bit too much solder, but that's fine. Now, this guy is going to go just like this. So you can see the two legs and the one in the front, right? So let's just get this over the table real quick so I don't shake it out of place when I go to move it. Grab. Now I'm just hoping here that we'll get some good old surface tension. And then I definitely have a little bit too much solder on that front pad, so this is going to make it a little bit difficult here. Okay, so hopefully okay, well, I mean, we've done what we can do here with that. Hoping I didn't damage the board there, because that would really suck. The thing was not making some very nice noises for me. I'm just taking a look here. Definitely got pretty hot, but all those traces still seem to be intact. I thought I might saw some bubbling, but I think it was just the lighting. That looks fine too. All my components are still here. I'm thinking that this area is just heavily corroded. I'm probably going to have to pull all this crap, is my guess. Clean it and put it back, because they're not looking too healthy, and I honestly might just go ahead and do that just to freshen up the connections. And I know the D503 has some play in this as well. I mean, they don't look the greatest, but they don't look awful either. That's the weird thing. So I'm just letting this cool down a little bit here. Oh, I did slightly popcorn it, didn't I? I think we'll be alright though. We still just run some quick tests here. I mean, it's pretty easy to do. So we got this guy should be connected to here. Yeah. This guy, don't know. This guy to here. Yep. Yeah, I think we'll be all right here. Not really. Keep smelling dead fish. That's keeps telling me there's still electrolytic fluid on the board. But anyway, that is now working okay. Now the weird thing, well, I'm pretty sure if I do resistance to ground, I'm going to show 47K. Yeah. Which I think is about right. Now these guys, though, mega ohms and directly connected. But these two guys, $14K and rising. I didn't measure that before. Now what about on the broken part? I wonder if I could still get a measure on that, because if that says 14K, then this is not going to do anything. And then I think that my problem is going to lie within that transistor network on the back. But if I do resistance between these two, oh, see, this is 49. So I'm thinking this got set super, super, super high and broke. So, I don't know, moment of truth. And then I'll put it away. We're going to take a look at my Neo Geo, because I'm kind of sick of this thing. This was more, I just needed to get some stuff out of the way today. I'm going to have to be a shorter stream today, because I do have some things that I've got to take care of, unfortunately. Okay. And then we show ourselves. Oh. Do I not have this turned on? I might have ruined it. Millivolts. 7 volts. Cool, I completely broke this. That's fucking fun. Now I'm getting nothing. Absolutely nothing. So yeah, I ruined it. That's very cool. That is very cool. Oh, I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm an idiot. Let's try with the game in. I don't think that's gonna matter, but shit. I mean, this might be another candidate for a screen replacement, but yeah, millivolts. Ah, broke it. Guess whatever I did to remove the resistor completely broke it, because I'm not getting any voltages now. And if I flip this over, am I getting my... See, I don't get anything now. So either... Do I have it turned on right? Oh man, I didn't have it turned on, I don't think. Oh, I did. Okay, well, that's not good. So, very interesting. Okay, we're going to just verify that I completely destroyed this. Because it's seeming like that whatever I did to pull that resistor off was not the right thing to do. Yeah, I'm getting nothing now. Oh. Okay. Well, she still works. Fuck. It's just that crappy DC jack connection fucking me. Oh, contrast is back. No. Yes. Yep, it's working now. Okay. Alright, we got it fixed. It's just that crappy ass... Actually, do I have... Oh, batteries? This is batteries in it, so this should... Alright! Dude, if that was it... Okay, so... Now, gotta... Of course, this screen is gotta get replaced anyhow. So let's just move this out the way. So we've got to order a new DC input jack. And then I've got to... You know what? Do this the easy way. We'll take this away for now. And we'll hook you into here. Let's plug in that. Got that going. Now, power, come on. Okay, and then turn you on. Oh. Okay. So, do I not have all the batteries in here? No, I do. So he wasn't kidding. So I was making the assumption that the no power from batteries was more due to the fact that it was corroded, but... Dude, it is, yeah, that is not working. Okay. Well, we've got more issues to solve then. I wonder why that would be. I'm gonna have to take some measurements, I guess. But I do know for a fact that I should have plenty of juice in these batteries, right? So if I go from here to here, Oh, maybe I don't. It's only gives me 2 volts, so it's possible the batteries are dead or... Very, very possible these batteries are dead. I unfortunately do not have any more. I do know. Patient girl, I know. Right? You're patient. Okay. Let's do this. So I know the batteries, and this is my working, the one and only one I've ever got completely working. And yeah, that one has enough juice in it. So we're gonna try these real quick. Okay. Put you back in your hidey hole. Alright. Then we'll try the batteries that I know for a fact definitely work. So let's see what happens here. But hey, you know what? I got farther today than I was really not expecting that. But man, I guess it was the truth that variable resistor is responsible for fine-tuning the negative voltage line. So if you've got way too much resistance on the thing, then it'll completely drop the voltage down below a level that's needed, which is below, you're supposed to tune it to 24 volts, or negative 24. Alright, so this is giving me, yeah, so I guess those batteries were just dead, maybe? Okay. Nothing. Alright, so we have a definite issue with battery in for some reason. I wonder what that could be. Bad connection or something? I guess we'll try one more time with the DC jack. But if I can't get this to work, I'm just going to leave it alone and alright, so let's just do this real quick. Just so y'all can see. Bingo. The screen doesn't look so bad actually now that I look at it. Oops. Well, that jack's got to get fixed, and then I've got to figure out why battery power doesn't work. Dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah. So that is number 2 we have fixed for this. So this is the other one. That goes down here. Okay. So I've got to figure out now. I want to take a quick look. I just want to look, just look around the battery connector real fast. I don't really want to work on this much longer today. I could potentially have an issue. Those look kind of corroded, but I wonder what the problem would be. It's just battery power. They look a little corroded on the inside, but let's see what we got. Because, I mean, it's just, does this go here? That's very, very odd. So, if I plug the power in, what do I get? So let's go volts DC here and see what we're getting. Negative 0.7 and 6 volts. So I'm getting 6 volts. But it is not. There's negative 8 volts there. So that's what it turned on. Turned off, what do I have? Negative 1. Six volts. It's looking kind of crappy around here. It's all this rework that he did, but 6 volts. So that runs over to the other side here. And that other side is directly in line with here. So you can see that. Wonder what this thing is. Because that's kind of what that looks like. Oh no, I think I could see the. So do we have any voltages going through? Nothing. I see there's 6 volts there. So I'm showing the battery power definitely getting to the fuse. Right, so like when I touch here, I'm seeing 6 volts. Now this is all corroded as shit. Might end up having to pull this. There you go. Now I get it. 6 volts. But when I turn the system on, I'm not getting anything. But when I turn the system off, I see battery power. So if I'm getting 6 volts through both sides, that's fucking weird. And then if I turn this on and go measure right here at the CPU cap, I'm getting nothing. Do I get anything right here? Millivolts. This was a system cap, I think. But this is millivolts. And then down here, I'm showing millivolts. And then once I come back up here again, I'm not. Okay. All right, well, this is a problem for another day. However, Brawl Stars Supercell. Hey, bud, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. I've just fixed the contrast circuit on this PC Engine GT. I'm kind of puzzled as to why I'm not getting any battery power. It works just fine with DC, but with battery, I'm not getting any juice, so I thought it was due to a corroded battery contact in the other case, but I'm just not able to figure this one out right now. And I don't know too much about the circuitry right now to make a judgment call. So I think I'm going to put this one away for the day so I can do research on it later and figure out what half this crap is doing up here. I mean, these are all inductors, so you know, it's quite possible if any of these are connected that they could be dead. Let's just see if we got anything showing up on the... So I know this is power in, right? So we've got power in there now. Okay, so it does connect to that inductor, which connects to that inductor, which connects to that inductor. And then from there, and then it goes into this FET. So power looks like it goes through these two inductors. I'm guessing there used to be some epoxy in this area. Because that's epoxy right there. Is that broken? No. So, that's not looking too clever right there. Can't tell, again, I can't tell which this old flux and what's corrosion. I've just got to figure out how the battery circuit works on this, and then we can go from there. But we got that contrast circuit working, which is amazing. So we got that going for us, and now I've just got to figure out how the battery power works. And then next week we'll replace the DC jack with something actually that works. And hopefully by then I'll also understand the battery circuit a little bit better. But this is definitely going to be a ground, right? No? Where does this go? So this goes there, there. But not there. But that goes there. But this doesn't? So wait. That's weird. Well, like I said, and they're definitely not connected yet. Huh. Well, should they be shorted together? What's the actual resistance here? What am I showing between these 2 points? They are directly connected? That doesn't seem right. Let's just pull that power out. Yeah, I wonder if there's an issue. Now what am I showing here for? Okay, so now we've got this guy here. It's not connected to this. See? Connected to this. Connected to that. This guy is connected to this. Just connected to that. Okay, well, I'm going to have to touch up on the battery circuit to figure out what's going on with it. But for now, we could kind of rest easy knowing that we've got 99% of this working now. And once I figure out the battery, get the DC barrel jack replaced, then I will have another functioning GT that I can actually sell. Yay! But and we got to, and we got to fix the headphone jack too. That's right. But that'll be a next week thing. That'll be a nice little fun project. I'm not doing the LT this week, but next week I will do the LT. I have to. I can't wait on it any longer. But hey, I will I will rest easy tonight, knowing that I got that contrast circuit working, and that it's not something, wasn't something harder than that stupid variable resistor. So we got that going for us. Yeah, that's a decent start. All right, so a little bit of brain juice. Let's clean this up just a tad here, because this guy's kind of a big boy. I think I'm gonna actually just a quick little cleanup. Get some of this flux off the mat. Clean this up just a bit. Now we're just gonna be peeking inside this Neo Geo today and see what we got. Might do one power on test just to verify things. I do have a power adapter for it. Here we go. Can't even get it all in frame. Look at that. It's actually not in bad shape. It's got some minor surface scratches and something you would expect out of a 30-year-old console that was probably stored. So now the issue with these Neo Geos is that there's 3 screws, this, and I think it's this one. Anyway, these, we're going to try to lift these up without damaging them. I highly doubt that's going to happen. I'm already fully planning on buying replacement feet, since this is going to be mine. I am 100% really not picky about whether the feet are original. Yeah, these are just literally just disintegrating. So I'm trying to see if maybe I can kind of heat up the adhesive, but see the foam is so, or the rubbers is so decrepit that nah, it's literally pointless to even try that. They're so old that yeah, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and just say, hey, we're gonna get some new feet, because there's no way I'm pulling these up without damaging them. So is it just a Phillips and a JIS? Yeah, it looks like it's just a JIS. It's just no way. Actually, I still might need to use the heat though. Yeah, this is just the result of being old. These rubber pads and stuff just don't really stand the test of time. Kind of hurts my heart that I'm doing this like this, but I really have no other choice. Yeah, this one was really, really corroded. Well, I might have to come in here with some alcohol later when I get the case halves apart. And we're doing this last one down here, which is kind of hard to get on frame, but this one came off a lot nicer than the one I just did prior, but okay. So yeah, for some reason, there's only 3 screws holding the case in. So you don't need to pull off that last pad, but I have a feeling that when I get my replacements in, I'm going to just go ahead and do that anyway. So it should just be some just standard JIS. I'm going to use my big bit here. Kind of feels like someone's been in here, but maybe just could be. Really. Okay, got that guy. And then finally this guy. Okay. 3 screws. Okay, that should allow me to lift the top off. I was thinking. Do I need to take off that? Alright, well I think maybe this 4 screw is something I need to take off. I don't think I had to, but Well, it feels like this one has been open, which is a little sad, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Okay, well, that 4 screw you do need to take out. What the heck? There's a 5th screw. Yeah, okay, so there's 5 screws. So I guess they're all different lengths? Well, crap. Well, that's going to be fun to figure out. Okay, it's dusty and crusty on the inside. I see a little bit of rust on those springs for the hinges, but that's not a huge deal. All the screw bosses are intact. No stress marks or anything. Okay, that's good. Put that aside. So, oh Lord, this thing is looking pretty rough, actually. Fuck me, bro. So, yeah, there is a lot of rust on the inside of this. And by a lot of rust, I mean a lot of rust. I am probably facing a very uphill battle with this. So what I initially thought was going to be just a simple power jack replacements is most likely not going to be the case. And I'll show you why here in just a second. I'm just kind of, I mean, other than the is it normal for them to hot glue all the caps together? That seems a little odd. Boy, I wonder what caused all that rust. Oh Lord, this is most likely going to be a very difficult fix. Yeah, so I guess at some point some sort of liquid got in here. Alright, well, we'll get her under the microscope and I'll show you what I'm seeing. What is this? Is this the video chip? Yeah, that's the video processor. And I have no idea what that is. And this guy right here is more RAM, I think. Is that the video chip? Okay, well. I mean, it would 100% explain why I'm not getting any power, but. Okay, so let's just go ahead and show you the massive amounts of damage I am seeing. Okay, let's grab the microscope here. Alright, first things first. So yeah, you can see all the dust that I've got to deal with, right? So I think that's RAM. Could be wrong. But take a look at this. Oof. So I don't really know what this guy is. Could be salvageable though. But as you can see, that screw is definitely got to get drilled out. I mean, there's just no other way. If I had an ultrasonic cleaner, that's the first thing I would do with this. You know, initially I just thought it was super dusty, but this is like beyond that. Okay, so that's problem one. And then the corrosion continues. So this, I'm pretty sure this is the actual video chip, the video encoder. So we have a lot of corrosion on it. I mean, it looks really bad. There's a very, very good chance I could clean it and save it. Because to be quite honest, besides, oh, I don't know what that is. Is that just a leaky? Yeah, all this is just, see, I can't tell if these caps exploded, what half this crap is anymore. That looks like a Zener diode right there. 2 Zener diodes. Oof. They could be resistors too, actually, that I think about it, yeah. I mean, the good thing is that a lot of those components are easy to replace. So I'm guessing somehow some water, some sort of liquid got in the back of this at one point. To be quite honest, those seem to be the most affected chips. That might be the audio, I can't remember. This is all just pretty gross looking, but not world ending. Disappointing for sure, but it makes me question the, so that looks like it even ate through the ceramic on this. LED. So I don't even know if there was supposed to be anything, something there, and it's not anymore. Let's go over this way now again, and then we're gonna clean off this area just a little bit. See what we can see underneath it. So I'm guessing, oh, look at that. That ceramic cap is 100% cracked and needs to get replaced. This is going to be a literal project. Okay. So those resistors are still alive. Unfortunately, there's so much that's completely eaten through that ceramic resistor. Look at that. Yeah, it's toast. That one's toast. That's probably close to toast, but this is definitely toast. Everything else is looking not too bad. Caps don't look very swollen or anything. This guy is toast. Okay, I think at least oof. At least the board is labeled, so that's good. So I would have to like really just Get down the board mask there. Let's dust away. Let's see what that is. It's get maybe a Q-tip in there. $27K. Is this a inductor? 47 microhenries? That might be just a 27K ceramic resistor. Okay. All right. All right, so we got a horror show up there. Just dust. We might have some issues with this. It's a little corroded, but let's just see here. So we got this pin right here is so it's the middle trace. Shit. Ah, crap. Okay, well that's good. All right, so that should be okay. So, I mean, is that a hot glue blob? Lord knows what that is. I'm just basically taking a look at all the, see, I think this is like, yeah, that's a proprietary IC. So that is one we don't want to die on us. I can still see some more corrosion up there. There's, well, I guess this is why this one was $200. Yeah, I paid about, after taxes and shipping, I paid about $250. But thankfully, like, I mean, they could probably get touched up with some fresh solder, but boy, it's going to be real difficult for me to trace. So those three. So we'll be down in there. Let's just see what we got. Right down this area here. And then we're going to come back up to this chip and then just start doing some probing real quick. So, just double check. Still in continuity mode. Okay. I was wrong, or I have a broken contact. So let's Oh no, oh, I just probably broke that trace, so that's cool. Shit. So we are going to basically be, let me just clean this off again. It's so soft. Traces look okay. I might have to touch that up with some fresh solder at some point, but let's just touch the leg here. And down here it should still beep. Okay, so then this one is this guy. So let's just gotta be really careful with this. So we're in this cluster? Yep. Okay. Let's take a look here. Okay, and this guy? Okay. Alright, so those look to be okay. That's fine. Just dust. Another proprietary IC, just looks kind of crusty. Okay. Okay. So it looks like really the video section that I've got is going to be the one that needs to be rebuilt. I've got to figure out how I'm going to... Oh man, the audio chip is not looking so hot. So this is the power section right here. We've got the 9-volt system with the custom regulator, 5-volt regulator. Does make me wonder if we're getting the... Since I can't pull this board out without really making a mess of things. I mean, thankfully I could just drill these out no problem. And I might just not even bother replacing them. Again, this is going to be a personal system, so... Oof. Really does need a trip to the ultrasonic cleaner, though, I'll tell you what. But yeah, this is, oof, man. Yeah, that DC jack feels pretty shitty. So that's going to need to get replaced for sure. Really more curious if I'm actually getting any voltage. Alright, so let's see here. Basically, maybe this guy should be reading 5 volts. Nothing. But the problem really stems from the fact that I just don't think I'm getting... Oh, no. See, that's why I put screws in bags. Yeah, I just don't even think I'm getting... Oh, no. Yeah, that jack is just busted. Alright, so we need to figure out power jack for this thing. We need to figure out how I'm going to properly clean this, because I really just don't know. I mean, I'm just going to have to, like, get a heavy-duty scrub brush or something, because this stuff is caked on here. It is so caked on here, it's not even funny. But let's just go ahead. I want to just show you this DC jack, if I can. Let's turn this light on real quick. Alright, so there's the jack. Pretty corroded in there. And then also, it felt really, really wobbly for some reason. But it's fine. Okay, so maybe it was the wrong power supply I was using? I think it was wrong. It's the 2.5. What's this one? Pretty sure this is the bigger guy, right? This is the one that's meant for... Maybe not. Might have had the wrong... Yep, I did. Okay. Folks, I'm just an idiot. What can I say? Alright, so let's see what happens now. And power switch is on. Back to volts DC. Let's turn this light off and then get you back up here. Let's see if we could just maybe see some power coming in. Maybe. Yep, nope. Damn. Had me for a second though. Yeah, there's nothing showing up for me. I don't think I can unfortunately test. Nine volts. So yeah. We most likely have a dead power jack on this, which I kind of expected. Because I did get to see that in the photos. It's kind of a big reason why I bought this, because I was like, no power. No powers are usually pretty easy to solve on old systems. Because there's not much to this power supply system. The original one uses a regulated power supply for 5 volts, and then they switched up to using an actual regulator and then this switching regulator right here. Now I'll probably order another one of these just for the grins, but I don't think it's necessary. But until I really get this board cleaned here, we're not going to be able to do much with it. And the big problem is that these screws are so rusted out that, look at that. does this jack look like? Is that plastic or... Let me do this real fast. So I kind of want to see if maybe I can get some focus on here. Yeah. Honestly, until I got to pull the board out. I don't want to do any more testing with this while it's in the board. And I'm telling you right now, it's quite literally just a pile of rust. So I'm going to have to take a Dremel to this. Most likely. Okay. And then we've got two really bigger problems, which is the video processor. Right there. Pretty corroded, so I'm going to have to pull that, clean it. And then as you can see, that ceramic cap right there is busted. 103? I don't know. The one next to it looks to be 100 picofarad. But I'm going to have to pull that chip, I'm guessing, just to get to that area and properly clean it. I really wish I had an ultrasonic cleaner. Thankfully, though, that seems to be the brunt of it. So it's not a... I don't want to say this one's dead yet. I mean, it very well could be, but I'm seeing things here that I could fix quite easily. I just want to know what value that capacitor is. 103 what? Microfarads? Nanofarads? I mean... So is that a 27K resistor? Are they both 27K? Problem is that whole area is literally just so gross. Oof. Oof. Boy, this one's a basket case, let me tell you. So we're gonna have to figure it out. But thankfully, I'm thinking that besides just that really rough patch in the back there, it's just dust. Of course, I've got to go over everything with a fine-tooth comb when I'm done, but I'm wondering how much a good clean will get me. And it does look like all my proprietary ICs are, for the most part, okay. I might go over with some solder on some of those and just touch up the connections. Well, the coil here is no longer attached by hot glue, but it does look to be soldering okay. So we got that going for us. I'm not going to really complain too much on that. I'm sure that's probably not too hard to replace. Maybe if I need to, but like I said, it's soldered in, so I imagine just the hot glue separating from the case is not a huge deal, or the PCB. So I'm not going to worry myself over it. There we go. I'm just looking for an open baggie. stick these screws in. I think I lost one, which is fun, but should have 1, 2, 3. Nope, I did not. And then 5. Okay. So I plopped it in there. But yeah, you know, it is what it is, you know. I mean, unfortunately, it's like with these ancient systems, it's kind of a crapshoot. But I have to say, it's a little bit more work than I was expecting to do, but I don't think it's a lost cause. I'm a little concerned about this Sony chip up here. I think I can still buy a replacement for these. I know they're pretty popular in other systems too, so you know, if it comes down to it and I gotta buy like a $30, oh, actually, you know, I've got a spare Sega Genesis and a spare. Yeah, so if an older system like a Genesis or you know, like Super Nintendo, for instance, which I know it's not Super Nintendo, but if a Genesis or something like that had the same chip, I could harvest it from it. Yeah, I'm disappointed, but not too upset. It's my dream system. I've wanted one of these ever since I was a little kid, and I have a 3.6 board, which I think is one of the more popular revisions. So I'll do some poking online. I'll see if I can find some like board pics of stuff that's not as crusty, and see if I can't get some capacitor and resistor values for that up there, and then I'll start doing a quick look for that Sony chip and see if I can find a replacement. I guarantee you I will, even if I have to order it from China. And I will also go and look for a local business that does ultrasonic cleaning and see if maybe I can get my board cleaned, because that would be nice, and I would not have to worry about Okay, well, went a little longer than I expected today. Unfortunately, I do have to call it a day a little bit earlier. I have some unfortunate chores that definitely need to get taken care of today, as I won't have time during the week. So, need to get them done. So, you know, hey, it wasn't too bad. We got that contrast wheel working. We do have more work left to do on that particular unit. I've got to replace the headphone jack, I got to replace the GC input jack, and I got to figure out the battery circuit. So that's what I'm going to do over the course of the week. Get some parts ordered, and hopefully they'll be here by next weekend. And unfortunately, with the Neo Geo, this is going to be a long form project. I'm assuming I'm going to be doing most of the cleaning of the board off stream, and I'll do a catalog of parts off stream and get them ordered up. And then once I have all the parts, I'll do a stream on this again where we will clean it up and hopefully get it working. Unfortunately, that's just not something I can get done today. So, well, I do appreciate anybody who stopped by. Anybody watching in the future, thank you very much. Likes, comments, subscribes are always appreciated. Never required. I do stream every Saturday and Sunday. I try to hop on between 11 and noon Central Standard Times. Saturdays I like to do mods, Sundays I like to do repairs. However, that's not really been the case lately, and I've just been using both the days of the weekend to do repairs. So next weekend I do have on slate the PC Engine GT touch-up and hopefully final button-up. Then we have the PC Engine LT, which I will 100% be working on next weekend. I can no longer push that one off. So we will get that one going and hopefully functional by the end of the weekend. And that's where I'm at. Okay, well, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. I do hope to see you here next week if possible. And yeah, great week, great weekend. I'm going to sign off and unfortunately slave away at some house chores. All right, guys.